Hello, I'm Uday Navlekar. Today I'm so happy that you have joined this course. I'm going to talk on how to overcome fear of spoken English. Possibly, it is not the fear of English language, but there are people who fear to speak in public. There are some people who get nervous answering the phone, or there are some people who are scared to talk to strangers or maybe people. So, know your fear, and once you identify your fears, it's very easy to solve your problem.
Xenoglossophobia means fear of foreign language. Anglophobia means fear of English. There are some common fears of speaking foreign language. People fear of starting conversations in English. The fear of not knowing what to say or what is appropriate or correct to say. The second fear is related to making mistakes in English. The fear of feeling silly in a conversation. Finally, the third fear is of that no one will understand you or you won't be able to express correctly the way you want. If you're always afraid to speak, you will never learn to work on those fears. Maximum people report that they have fear of speaking English. They don't mention the fear of spiders, snakes, heights, or even death. Fear is an emotion that we like to avoid, but it does creep up. Fear is not enemy. Know it and try to grow. And one thing is sure, that you are not alone in the world having those fears. And we can totally overcome those fears. Many times you get stuck when you freeze, when you lose words that you want to say. You don't feel confident about what to say next. You are searching in mind. You are blank. These situations happen. I have bad news and good news for you. The bad news is this situation will always happen. And the good news is these situations happen to experts too. Fluency and confidence. Fluency and confidence don't come from grammar books. Grammar books will improve your English level. But I notice that there are some people who have a very low level of English and they can communicate very well. They have good attitude towards English language. They are positive and bold. Therefore, attitude towards English is more important than your level of English. Spoken English and written English. All of you can understand English very well. You have no problem in written English except spelling mistakes and construction. Your main problem is spoken English. Written English is easier than spoken English. I hope you agree with me. What is your answer? Do you think spoken English is easier than written English? If yes, your attitude is good. The fact is that spoken English is not easier. When you write, you have enough time. You can write, you can rewrite, edit, or throw away your script. No one will notice your attempts. When you speak, you have very short time. Your brain cannot handle multitask. You cannot hear what the person said. The second thing to go is your speaking. You forget the words you want to use. The words don't come out easily. You get lump in your throat. Your ears become nervous. You cannot make eye contact. You don't like your own delivery. When you like your delivery, others will like it. Train your ears. Before you learn how to speak English, you need to learn how to listen to English. Now I want you to think how you learned to speak Hindi or Marathi as a baby. You listened constantly to the people, radio and TV. You listened more than you started to talk. You spoke words and short sentences. You have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so you should listen more and speak less. Input is important for good output. If you listen more, that is better. Listening carefully will help you to improve your accent. Listening is better than reading. If you listen conversational English, you improve your sound, words, and pronunciation. You can watch web series or English movies without subtitles for training your ears. Once you train your ears, they will feel confident. Grammar rules. To improve your speaking, you have to stop thinking about grammar rules. The grammar rules help you to write better, but not help you to speak better. You think too much about rules. As a baby, you didn't learn grammar rules. You learned a language and then you studied grammar rules. The truth is, your grammar is good and you can speak without learning grammar. Learn basic tenses. If you learn how to make questions and negative sentences, that's it. And that's enough. Use simple and short sentences. Use only active voice and direct narration. You can start with broken English. If you learn basic sentences and practice that, that will be a perfect practice. Perfect practice makes perfect. Learning common words and idea units. You should learn phrases, idioms, words, and idea units. There are common words in conversations. We should learn that spoken English is different from written English. Don't try to speak written English. That's the most difficult thing, to speak written English. If you practice phrases, idioms, and idea units, you will be confident and familiar with the situation. Boost confidence. Confidence is a key to learning. If you are confident, your efforts will bring confidence. You can express better and you become positive. You can impress the senior and influence the juniors. If you make mistakes, correct them and continue, but don't stop speaking. If you have confidence, you will get new experiences and new job opportunities. You can practice in front of mirror. You should practice English alone. Don't worry if you don't find English speaking partner. Generally, you never find. You can visualize having great conversation. Confidence will change your life and overcome the fear of English. Slow down. Average speaking speed is 100 to 150 words per minute. Most of the people speak 200 words per minute in the beginning. They should slow it down. If you speak with slow speed, you will get enough time to think better. By watching English news or by reading English newspapers, you cannot improve your spoken English. And the speed of newsreader is very high. It is not natural. Newsreaders read out written English news. They don't speak out. So your model should not be a newsreader. Pauses are natural in spoken English. Fluency doesn't mean high speed, but good flow. Take care of good flow. Relax. If you notice your mistakes, correct them or leave them. Don't stress yourself. Listeners are not judging your grammar, your pronunciation, or mistakes. Please go ahead and try to communicate your thoughts and ideas. Wrong start, stammering, faltering are common features of spoken English. Take it easy. Don't use all words you know or you learned from dictionary. First, listen carefully and you can smile, you can nod, you can make eye contact, or you can say a single short sentence. Deep breath. This is not a part of English, but this exercise is for your mind. Deep breath would help you to calm down and relax yourself. This would help you to think properly. This exercise would help to overcome nervousness and fear of speaking English. Proper study material. You should read conversational English, which is useful in real life. You need to know how students talk in university, how people talk at workplace. If you read aloud the conversation, that will be a good exercise to your vocal cords and ears. You will feel confident to face any situations. By reading newspapers, you can't improve your spoken English. You can improve written English. Role of questions. Suppose you are at a party or in gathering or traveling. What will make a conversation go on? If you are not able to ask questions, the conversation will stop quickly. Listener may think that you do not know English. Suppose you want some information, you have to put questions. In colleges, you have learned to answer. You have never learned to make questions. Making question is important in spoken English. It's difficult skill too. Making question while you are speaking is difficult. So learn the skill of framing yes/no questions, WH questions, and question tag and feel comfortable. In next video, we will learn how to make questions. Precaution. Avoid doing the same old methods again and again. Now, don't buy new grammar book or new vocabulary. If you use translation method, improve your translation speed or use direct method. You have sufficient word power, you have sufficient vocabulary, right? So, you have to improve your speed of translation, or if you are doing everything and nothing is working, speak with a friend or speak with colleagues. If you don't speak, you can't grow. I want you to use an example for you to think about when you first learned to ride a bike. You did not read books about riding a bike. At that time, you were super nervous. As you got support and encouragement and you balanced on bike and you learned, that is exactly how fluency works. Learning a language is riding a bike. Features of spoken English. Starting trouble. Just now I faltered. It happens. It happens many times. Starting trouble, false starts, repetition of syllables and repetition of words, incomplete structures, pauses, pause fillers, rearrangement, looseness in packing information. These are the features of spoken English. If these features are absent, your speech will have no life in it. 30% of speaking time is taken up by pauses, hesitations, and other features. Speak in idea units and not in sentences. Sometimes your sentences are not complete. It's okay. These are the features of spoken English. Since sentences are not part of natural spoken English, they are part of written English. You started learning to write first and not to speak. It's the wrong way, but it's a practice. You have to follow that. If you add features of spoken English, you will be confident and comfortable. Don't give up on your English. Not giving up means courageous, being courageous. Find time for speaking practice. Practice every day. Consider practice is your priority. Learning English is like losing weight or learning to play piano. Recently, I tried it. So I noticed that it took daily efforts. So don't give up. If you have to learn playing piano or if you have to lose weight, you have to make daily efforts. So if you want to learn spoken English, you have to practice daily. Now, if you are still here and listening, so here is my challenging question for you. I wish to ask you, when will you be fluent? And what are you doing today to overcome fear of English?
Professor M.K. Prasad of PN College, Hussain is here with me. Mr. Prasad, what are your views on how to overcome fear of spoken English?
Overcome the fear of speaking English. Fear is psychological and one has to overcome the fear on his own. When somebody wants to speak in English, it is understood that he knows a little bit of grammar and enough vocabulary, but he doesn't have enough courage to speak out to the people in the public. Under such circumstances, he better start thinking in that foreign language. I don't know how many people believe in the thinking language, I sincerely believe that our thought process has a language. If one starts thinking in that particular language, naturally he starts giving vent to his feelings in that language. Usually, we all think in our mother tongue. But when we want to learn and speak in a foreign language, naturally, we should also start thinking in that foreign language. So first, start thinking to self in that language. Think inside your consciousness. And then start slowly speaking to yourself. And then gradually start speaking loudly to yourself. Because the fear may come into existence because of different reasons. It is possible that he is not having enough knowledge of grammar or enough vocabulary to express, or it is possible that he is afraid of listening to his own voice, or it is also possible sometimes that he is afraid of how he would be received by the people. So under such circumstances, if he starts speaking to himself, naturally he becomes habituated to listen to his own voice and starts gradually speaking to himself, and then it is better to speak to his friends and family. It is possible in the beginning the family and friends may try to discourage him. In the sense they may laugh at him, or they may try to, of course in different ways they may try to discourage him. But one should not get discouraged. He has to keep up his confidence and start with small conversations, and these small conversations gradually turn into larger ones, and then gradually he can enter into the public to speak in English. So this way one can overcome the fear of speaking in English language. First, think in that language or in English, then start speaking to yourself, and then start speaking to yourself loudly, and then start small conversations with your friends and family, and then after gaining the confidence, enough confidence of your expression or expressing in English, you can speak in English fluently in the public. All the best. Thank you.
What is this fear of English? Let me tell you, it is very, very common in all the non-English speaking countries. But why do we have to fear something like a language? It's just a language. So there are two main reasons why we might be afraid of any particular language. So let's talk about English here. Number one, we are not afraid of our mother tongue. We are not afraid of Hindi because we have been using it and hearing it since our childhood. So it looks like it's our normal way of communication. Since we have not been using English regularly, when someone else uses it, we feel that it is a difficult language. Please understand, we feel it's a difficult language while it is not difficult at all. So we have to understand one thing, that if we have to be comfortable in any language, the simple rule is start using it. So you have been using your mother tongue Marathi maybe, so you are more comfortable. Your mother tongue Gujarati maybe, so you feel more comfortable. You may be feeling comfortable in Hindi because that's what the language that we speak around here. If you start using English regularly, like you've been using Marathi and Hindi, then I'm sure that the fear of that language will go down. You will say that how can I use a language that I don't know? So if you are listening to this video and if you're able to understand what I'm saying, then please understand you know English. Your problem is not knowing English. Your problem is using it in the right way. So can we claim that we are absolutely perfect with Hindi or Marathi or our mother tongue? No, we cannot claim. We make grammatical errors there too. So it is okay to make grammatical mistakes while using English also, but we need to start using it. Now, the second reason why we are afraid of English as a language. The second and the main reason for not using is that we are too society conscious. We are too friends conscious. We have this thing. If I make a mistake, people will laugh on me. अगर मैं गलती करूँगा तो लोग मुझ पर हंसेंगे. Now you have a choice. Either you practice and become better, या फिर आप डिसाइड करो कि ये जो लोग मुझ पर हंस रहे हैं, जिनको खुद इंग्लिश भाषा नहीं आती है, मैं उनके ही जैसा ऑर्डिनरी बनना चाहता हूँ. ये आपका चॉइस है. So you have to overcome the fear of people making fun of you. I have done it. I've studied in English medium, but I had lots of issues with English. I've had problems where people would point out my mistakes, but the only thing I would do is, even if people would laugh, of course I'll cry, going home and cry, but after that I will again, but the only thing I would do is, even if people would laugh, of course I'll cry, going home and cry, but after that I will again next day start practicing and using that language. So just a simple method and formula: start using English language. Start listening to English language. So I'm sure that most of you are watching English serials and English movies. Only thing that you have to do is, maybe if you have the subtitles, start reading with the subtitles loudly. Man mein nahi. Start reading with the subtitles, and since you understand the subtitles, slowly the system of the mouth, the tongue, and your throat will get used to using English language too. Trust me, it's not at all difficult. You just have to understand it's just a language. If I can learn my mother tongue, if I can learn my national language, I can learn English any day.